most of them are quite reserved, like they rather keep to themselves. And even if you make an effort to talk to them, they don't really care.
They talk loudly and they pretty maybe no manners.
Some of them that are not really working and can really see them hanging around at all hours at all funny places. Even my house downstairs, some of them are even sleeping on the those void deck that the government provide for us.
I just don't like them. Yeah, maybe they don't like us too.
It is not difficult to guess who they don't like. Foreigners from all over the world make Singapore their home. And chances are you have probably experienced a culture clash situation with a foreigner before, whether it's a language miscommunication or misunderstood actions. Out of the 4.86 million residents staying here in Singapore, 1/3 are not born here. They fall into 3 groups: new citizens, permanent residents, and non-residents. In the first 6 months of 2008, Singapore granted citizenship to 9,619 foreigners, and latest statistics show that there are 478,200 PRs here. And the bulk of foreigners are non-residents. Their numbers have risen to an all-time high of 1.2 million. Singapore needs foreigners. We need them to fill up jobs and to build up our population. But their presence here, especially Chinese nationals, have not gone down well with some Singaporeans. On one episode of Papercut, we discussed about a Chinese lady who splashed water on a local shop assistant for calling her 小姐. This is a derogatory term to address call girls in China. The comments from Razor TV's viewers were fast and furious. One of them said, "Hey, this Chinese came to Singapore and made so much fuss here. Come on, she was the one who stirred up the problem, yet she still dared to accuse the shop assistants. She should know the meaning of 入乡随俗. Please learn our culture." Another comment goes, "We're not superior to them as human beings, but we are superior to them as citizens. Our parents and grandparents have been born and bred here. That's the difference. Perhaps someday their great-grandkids could be called genuine citizens. For now, they definitely do not deserve the title." The negative sentiment towards the Chinese nationals are strong. One reason stems from the possible threat they pose to our jobs.
They are snatching rice bowl from Singaporeans, I think, because they are much more hardworking, or I say they are much more cheaper. For a lot of jobs that Singaporeans don't want to do, but I believe there is still people who want to do, like people who are still like 40, 50 years old, and they can work for those people who don't want to work. Myself had experienced like my relative being cheated by a China woman. An 18 years old China saying "I love you" to guys like 50 or 60 years old. So how can a young girl be in love with people at 50 plus years old? So they are not true enough.
For other visitors, they might think that all Chinese behave that way, or all Singaporeans behave that way. That's why I think that's why Jackie San says that we are we do not have self-discipline. I don't think it's true. He must have been looking at the foreigners.
But what about the foreigners who come from the other countries?
For Singapore to have Japanese and Ang Mohs, right? I think it's pretty good because they can give us a lot of ideas. Yeah, they are very clever in a way. Yeah, which China can only be like copycats.
So what do Chinese nationals feel about those comments?
说接受外来文化这一方面，不是特别开放了。因为新加坡坦白来讲，我觉得它的历史比较短，所以它的文化，相对来说，不像其他国家有很长的历史文化了。而且这边的文化就是说是有很多国家交错形成的一种文化。
Later, we explore the difficulties and challenges Chinese nationals face making a home here in Singapore.